Hey everyone, VH here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is going to be running through the Shadow faction in Faction Wars. We're going to go through the lineup, an overview, analysis, and what we expect them to do come the end of the tournament. First up, lineup. Eloise, Betty, Tix, Annabelle, Basilisk, and Ithaqua. Their general overview. So Eloise blocks, counters, heals, and does attack reduction. Eloise, for me, is the most interesting one on this team to see exactly how she performs. So we know that she's the most common first E5, though it should be Holmes Young. But we'll just have to see how she performs when she's not over-leveled compared to her teammates. Everyone's on the same level, everyone's V forward. We'll see exactly how much like her counter attacks deal, like how much they scale upwards. We'll just have to see. Betty, counters and twines, attack buffs, and energy steals. Super useful hero, has potential to be a bit bursty, so we'll just have to see how she fits into the team, but she's not here for that because we've got other heroes that do that. She's here for the twines and for the energy steals. Tix, big bad Tix, huge attack reduction / steal, massive burst damage he can do, CC and revenge damage when he dies. Really nice all round for both PvP and PvE. Ithaqua, huge dots, massive burst potential, and she self-heals. She's the most individual one on the team in that she kind of fights for herself and doesn't do loads for the rest of the team other than just being, an absolute damage dealer. So interesting fit with the side, and that's absolutely fine. Basilisk, speed debuffs, speed buffs, and maybe a burst potential. I haven't seen core Basilisk being used. The reason he's in the team is for the speed debuffs and the speed buffs. So in PvP, that could completely turn the tide of a fight. If all of the Shadow teams going first, could make a huge difference. And finally, Annabelle. Attack buffs the highest attack hero on your team, heals the lowest HP, and she has a really cool skill that completely nerfs one enemy's attack. It also happens when she dies to the enemy that killed her. It can't be cleansed or purified because it's a skill effect rather than CC. So she could be really nice for PvP. Again, not really a PvE orientated hero. Balance, really strongly balanced. There's a couple of heroes like mainly Eloise and Ithaqua that kind of are very individuals. They don't do an awful lot for the team. They're kind of there for themselves. Compare that to say Tix and Betty and Basilisk and Annabelle, whose main focus is working around with the team. But no, still strongly balanced. There's nothing particularly missing from the team. PvP, really strong. Should do really well. PvE, it depends. Tix and Ithaqua are going to do a lot of damage. We know that. We know that Eloise and Annabelle are not going to do a lot of damage. I don't think Basilisk is going to do anywhere near as much as Tix or Ithaqua. And Betty can do damage, but she can't twine, which kind of boosts her damage. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. In terms of the team lineup, Tix is the MVP. Tix is going to be the guy that in both PvP and PvE could be the big difference maker. Annabelle is the official weak link. If her skills don't hit the right opposition, she could basically be sitting there doing not an awful lot, which is a shame. And she's not going to be contributing loads towards the PvE side either. Obviously, attack boost on the highest teammate's attack is nice. But other than that, she's not going to be doing an awful lot that side of things. And the wild card, Betty. So, we'll just see with Betty. We already know what we're going to get from the others. It's whether or not Betty can step up and clutch certain situations. Her CC is going to be important. Tix has solid CC. It's with Betty how much she manages to get her twines off and how important she ends up becoming. And what do we expect? I personally think that the PvP side of things is going to be very tight. Like the league table point system is going to be very tight, whereas I reckon the PvE is going to be more spread out and it's going to be more obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So even though I think second and third in PvP, third and fourth in PvE, I still think overall they are going to come third or fourth. I think they're going to be middle of the road. They have the potential to cause some upsets in different series, but I think there's other teams that are just better than them. Whereas I said, they're certainly not going to come fifth or sixth unless something goes tragically wrong. But look, everyone, that's the Shadow faction. There's going to be one of these for every single faction coming out this week. The event itself kicks off 7 o'clock UK time, Saturday 29th of November. Please like and sub, check out the other faction guides, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, VH out.